Good morning. How are you, Mama?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. How are you guys?
So many hearts.
So many hearts.
Mm.
How's everything going? How is everyone doing? It's so
I'm
good.
good.
You're good. I love it. I love
um,
it.
so Emily and I wanted to hop on today just to hang out, see if people have questions, not necessarily having to do with Amma, but just general questions. And we wanted to get to know you guys and yeah, just touch bases. Oh, thank you guys. Your smiles are contagious. So I think today we'll do a little bit more
Oh,
interactive where you guys post in the comments section and literally we
yeah.
chat. You can also send questions through the question chat box. Somebody posted saying they love you, Emily.
Oh my gosh. I
All
love
right.
you.
The thing about Emily, which I think you guys totally get, is she's really, really amazing. Like amazing, amazing. If there's anybody who's I would it would be hard to find somebody who's more thoughtful, kind, generous than the Baldonis.
Oh my God.
It's true.
Those
And you know
guys.
what? You could just say, yeah, yeah, it is
Yeah,
true.
yeah. No, I'm taking it in. Trust me, I'm
It's
taking it
true.
in. And I love you.
I
Thank
know.
you. And that means so much coming from you. And I always cry when you do that.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, we feel so blessed. I actually love, you know what I've noticed that when we do these things, we very often start with gratitude towards each other,
Mm.
like how much we love each other. And I love and I'm so grateful that we can do that and it's real.
Mm.
It's not like something we're doing because that's what we should be doing. I really love and adore you guys. And it's the most amazing thing to be in business with just badass, rock star, gorgeous, beautiful souls.
Yeah.
So, and that's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Because
I
we
see a
are
lot
this
of
little
people from
company.
Paris.
Was that?
I said, I see a
Hi.
lot of people from France and Paris. Bonjour. Comment
Bonjour.
ça va? Cool. So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Guys, feel free to ask questions. Totally interactive. Doesn't need to necessarily be about AMA. It could be about anything that's going on right now in the world, with your lives, with your health. And if we can't answer them, we'll write it down somewhere and we will literally hit up people that we know who know the answers. So
For
ask your
sure.
questions.
I
Oh my
see
God.
one here, and I think it's actually a friend of mine from just a different lifetime in Sweden, Maja Långbacka. You changed your name, du har bytt namn. I think that's you. Hey. And she's asking, is the cocoon coming in wool? Just to go back to the cocoon. We haven't actually thought of that, or have we?
Not in wool, only because of
A little
scratchiness.
itchy and scratchy. Yeah. Especially for baby and the baby skin. But, hey.
So I see some questions that people have asked in the question boxes. Okay, so the first question that came was, I'm pregnant with my second and nervous about deciding on a VBAC or scheduling another C-sections and C-section. I have the coolest story, and I hope my friend does not get upset with me about sharing this, but I have a friend who just had a VBAC twin breech vaginal birth. I was like, and she carried her twins to 39 weeks. I was like, wait,
Oh my
what?
goodness.
So my point is and this happened like a week and a half ago. Anything is possible. Like literally
Yeah.
anything is possible. And she literally was like, I cannot wait to tell you the story. I had the best team. And I think when
Mm.
it comes to birth and VBACs and not knowing, um, first check in with yourself. You know what to do, right? We all know what to do, and whether this has to do with birth or not birth is like the same. It's the same. It's the same process, right? It's like check in with yourself. Do you really want to commit to whatever it is, right? Another C-section or a VBAC. Remember, it's the same. It's all good, right? End goal, having good, healthy child, right? Not good, but healthy child. And so and if you feel like, I know for myself that sometimes I don't feel like I know the answer because one, I don't have the right team, right? or I don't know the answers yet, or I don't have enough information. And so I personally would just check in with yourself and just ask, like, what more do I need to feel good about either decision, right? And remembering there is there is nothing you can do in your life that is a bad choice, right? Outside of like, I'm talking about like, you know, not hurting others. I'm talking about like, do I go to this school or do I go to that school? Do I send my kid to this school? Do I send my kid to that school? Do I do this or do I do that? Like in those types of choices, they're all roads that lead basically to destinations. And so you cannot make a poor choice on any of, I think, those things. Anything you'd like to add to that?
No, that was so great. I just saw somebody say, just found out my baby's breech. Speaking of breech, any advice to get them to turn or keeping my sanity to not Google everything? So smart. Do not take to Google, because that's just Google schmoogle. It's not great if you don't want to get anxiety. Although, if you can kind of catch yourself, if you go down a rabbit hole, you can find great information online, obviously. And I will tell you this, Maxwell, my son, he was breech up until very late. He kind of turned last minute. So I've been through all of that. I don't want to talk your ear off, but we recently did a Zoom recording with Dr. Berlin, who is a
goes
phenomenal.
out Sunday.
It goes live on Sunday?
It goes out on Sunday.
So watch that instead of hearing me speak now, because he is he's a prenatal chiropractor who worked on me for during both pregnancies and helped me so much when Maxwell was breech. And Maxwell actually turned in his office when I was in one of those, what is that called? Incline?
Recline, yeah.
Head down, feet up. And he was kind of, moving a little bit. And then Maxwell started to turn. It was the coolest thing to feel that baby turn. And it was like in his hands. It was so cool. That doesn't always have to happen. It can happen when you come home. There are a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of do it yourself, like finding an incline you hang off the couch. There's acupuncture. Sorry, that's not do it yourself. Cat cow, a ton of exercises that we actually go over with Dr. Berlin. And then you can also go and do chiropractic care. You can do acupuncture, moxibustion. That's when you burn your little pinky toe. It might sound super hippie, but it really helps. There's a ton of things that you can do. I would recommend listening to his live, the recording with Dr. Berlin that goes live on Sunday on our website, wearealma.com. You can also go to spinningbabies.com. They have tons of resources for you on how you can get the baby to turn. And if he or she doesn't turn, there are also tons of options for you. And it's just important, as always, to make informed choices. You're good. I hope you know that breech is just another normal. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with baby. You guys are fine. He or she might turn or they might not. And then there are options. So
Emily, I just noticed you're wearing your black cocoon.
I am.
Looks so good.
I love it so much.
It
makes me feel very, the black cocoon makes me feel really classy on days that I'm not very classy.
I like wear it over Lululemon pants, and I feel like I've really gotten up and dressed. Because like part of my routine is I need to it's not that I need to, but I enjoy the process of like getting ready. Like I really enjoy it, and like it gives me that like balance. And so for me, like if I'm wearing Lululemon pants, there's always this feeling of like, oh, I didn't get fully dressed, and then I put on a cocoon. I'm like, I'm dressed, I'm ready. Somebody had a question about and this is from A Little Kindness. I can't read the rest of your handle, but it says, being good can sometimes get overwhelming. I feel extremely guilty when I just want to take a break. Oh, yeah.
Fuck good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just fuck it. Like good is a bad word. That's actually really funny. That's a good line. Good is a bad word.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like so many of us are brought up and we grow up knowing that we have to be good to make life easy for our parents, to make life easy for everybody else. Of course, there's good and there's evil and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the word, but this pressure to be so damn good all the time is slowly
killing us.
suffocating us. I'm trying, and I say that because I know what it feels like. I know that feeling of I just need a break. I just need to be me and have it be okay showing up not good. I was just texting with a friend yesterday who was PMSing and feeling a lot of things, and she was feeling shameful and bad about it. And I was just like, what if we could just show up as our full selves? And that includes sometimes PMSing or having anxiety, feeling depressed, but it's the full self. And I think when we allow us to be our full self, finding kindness to ourselves and also finding kindness towards others, because going around being an asshole is not a great idea either. But just allow yourself to feel the things, and you may not feel like you need a break to just be you. I try to tell myself, like, today I'm not feeling good, and I don't have to be good. I don't have to show up good. I can show up with all of my feelings, all of my emotions, everything that I am, and I can still show up with kindness towards me and other people. But that good word, ugh.
I 100% agree. And it's funny because, well, we're working on, Emily and I are working on our business and like what we want it to feel like and look like and smell like, right? Like all the things. And Emily was like, go back and listen to Untamed Chapter 4 because I love listening to it. And I listened to it yesterday and it was like, write new memos, right? And I was like, yes, we got to write ourselves new memos, right? Like being good is something that our parents grew up teaching us, right?
Yeah.
My mom taught me that good girls do this. My dad said good girls do that. Good girls don't scream at their husband. Good women or good mothers don't like need a break from their children. And then like Glennon Doyle, right, the goddess that she is, she goes and writes this book, and Mama Gina and all these women, Esther Perel, like they're all talking about like when we lose who we are and we try to fit this good mold of mother, daughter, sister, person in this world, and we forget who we are screaming inside. We are dying inside. We are pretending to be happy. We get sick. All these things manifest in different forms until we stop and we say, who the hell am I? Like, what makes me happy? Like, do I need to stop right now? And oftentimes, like, and I actually got teary eyed, like, when I read that because I was like, yeah, being good sucks. Like, it's really hard to be good for everyone because everybody has different ideas on what good is. And can we just be good enough for ourselves? Like, can we just stop and say, like, what does good feel and look like right now to me? And I'm the only person who matters. And I have found ultimate happiness in the current moments when I stop being good, when I stop being everything for everyone else, and when I start thinking about what's my new memo. Like clearly something's not working here. I'm feeling frustrated. Actually, great examples. I have a tendency to run and rush and like do things really fast to accomplish a lot in a short period of time. And I found myself like 20 minutes ago just thinking, oh, I got to do this, 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 this. And then I was like, oh, that's not going to make me feel the way that I want to feel, right? And changing good, that's not going to make me feel good with replacing that with how I want to show up for this life. I want to show up full. I want to show up balanced. I don't want to feel rushed, right? And I was like, so what if I'm a minute late? Like I thought about it. And I wrote myself, as Glennon Doyle says, a new memo. Can I slow down right now to show up with Emily and just be of service to our community? And like, and one more thing about the good, right, is I oftentimes, and I know Emily, you're great at doing this too, we think about how am I showing up and how is that an example for my children, right? My kid doesn't want to, I mean, they're open. They're these humans that are just absorbing everything. If I show up exhausted every single time and talk and complain about how tired I am and I did all these things and blah blah blah, that is showing my daughter, even my son, is I always use the reference to my daughter because I'm trying to set the example for her because I am her most aligned role model. But if I want for her to show up always full, right? I don't want her to be good. Good girls don't make history, people. Like good girls don't make history. If every good girl, like think about every good girl and you know, like Amelia Earhart. People didn't think she was a good girl. People thought she was like a
Mm-hmm.
terrible wife, like selfish. And look, she like changed history, right? And if you think about all these people who've changed history who are women, because we're going to just focus on women, they weren't good. They were like they were deep in their own understanding of what they wanted to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. And the risk with that is that a lot of people would not like your, you know, when you make
Mm.
that shift from being super nice and super good, it's going to rattle a lot of people. But that's where the commitment to yourself and your full truth comes in. And we just have to learn how to be okay with people feeling a little uncomfortable.
And new
It,
people
it can
show
also
up.
be, huh?
And new people show up.
And new people show up. And something that I've practiced with too as well, if you know, is even communicating that to my kids, to letting them know that mama is struggling right now. I would never put it on them to fix me
Yeah.
or take responsibility for my pain, even though I do that a lot, like unconsciously or subconsciously, whatever the word is. I do put a lot of stuff on my kids, but those are my wounds. That's my trauma. And I'm trying to like relearn, right? But when I can stay aware, I'm not sharing that with them for them to hold it for me or to fix it or for them to know that they need to be easier so that my life can be easier, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's so good, I think, to have that. Just like, yeah, I'm struggling a little bit with, you know, with certain things, but in this, mom, I can also learn to take care of myself and take a break. And that's what I'm holding right now.
Yeah.
And thank you for being here with me or whatever, so that it becomes a normal conversation about this is how I feel right now, whether it's up, whether it's down. Like this is my fullness. And it takes practice, it takes practice, it takes practice. But what a great thing if we can begin to do that.
Totally. Did you get new glasses?
No,
You have like a Catwoman thing
uh,
going on right now.
I've had these for a while, and I put my black Cocoon on. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go black glasses today.
Who this?
Who's this?
I loved somebody said that Emily looks so your skin looks so glowy. I thought I was looking at the sun. So
Oh,
sweet.
that's the sweetest, sweetest. I have good lighting here. Um, my skin is actually struggling a little bit right now. I don't know what it is. If it's the weather change, the cold and the hot, stress. I have rosacea, so when I go through stress or I'm holding a lot, it shows up around my mouth, and it has to do
Mm.
with digestion and hormones and all that stuff. We're not going to get into that, but again, it goes back to like, okay, this is why we need to remember to breathe, to take a break, and that, you know, remind ourselves that we don't have to hold everything. Because
Mm.
when we don't want to face stuff, we need to face stuff. We
Totally.
don't want that.
I am
But thank you for
scrolling through
that.
all of your guys' love. You guys are just amazing. I love every time somebody's like, "Where's Justin?" I'm like, "Where do you think Justin is?" Where do you think Justin
Who
is?
do you think he is? He's actually doing
Um,
interviews because his movie Clouds is premiering
mm,
next Friday.
my God.
And yeah, big stuff, amazing stuff.
It is so exciting that the movie is coming out. Like I told you guys when I ran into you this weekend, like I'm just so excited. And
Yeah.
guys, Justin could make me cry over a Wells Fargo commercial. Like
Yep,
literally the
he
man is
did.
just such a great empathetic storyteller. He knows how to tell a story. Emily, are the comments over your face? Like I feel like they weren't and now they are, right?
They are, but I think that's because people are leaving longer comments.
Okay.
So then it extends and it just rises. I haven't figured out how to do that.
All right.
Leave them on. That's fine.
Cool.
You
Well,
guys can
guys,
still, you
I
guys
don't
can
know if
still see me.
anybody
You can
has
hear me.
any more questions or anything. Obviously, we're all super excited for Clouds. We'll be
Premiering
posting,
on
I'm sure, about
Disney
it.
Plus next Friday, the 16th.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Amazing.
It's awesome. Talk about life lessons. Holy,
Mm,
yeah. Enjoy it.
yeah.
It's amazing. It's beautiful. But yeah, any other questions before we hop out for this time? It's so good to see so many of you guys here and so many from all over the world.
I know. We have Colombia, we have France, we've had South
Yeah.
Africa. Biggest advice for mindfulness practice. Let's hit
And we
that up
also
and
have a
then.
question in the question box from Tessa.
Oh yeah, Tessa, you talked about a nursing strike. Sorry, there are a bunch of questions. So baby went on nursing strike 2 weeks ago. He's 4 months old now. I've tried everything and nothing is helping him get him on. Oh, here we go. Oh, you can see it. Great. Sorry, Tessa. There we go. I don't know if people can see when I open up these comments. You can, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. And nothing else is helping. Took him to, that's all I see is that part. So I never dealt with a nursing strike. So Em, I don't know if you want to hit that up.
I have also not experienced that. But I think it makes me realize that that's something that we should talk about, and we should like talk to a professional about that, because it's the like the third time it's coming up around me lately. Hey, mama.
Oh,
That's good,
yay!
mama.
Emily's mom.
But I actually don't know what the best things are, but let us dig into that a little bit. I'm sure you have yourself, Tessa, but let us do our part, and then maybe we can do a post about nursing strikes, and just post what we find. But I do know it's completely normal. You're obviously not doing anything wrong, and you and baby are going through so much still when they're just 4 months old. So I would say be gentle with yourself and have patience, which I'm sure you've already practiced a ton of. And yeah, we'll dig into it and see what we can find.
Oh, her question. Sorry, Tessa. Tessa, we couldn't see the question. Was whether or not to get the revisions because the baby has a lip tie and a tongue tie. I think that's the question. So both my children had lip ties and tongue ties.
Yeah.
My husband and I were very against getting lip tie and tongue tie revisions. My daughter was 12 weeks old by the time that we actually decided to do it, because I was in so much pain. And my personal choice in doing it, there was two things. My husband said we needed to be in the room with them while I got my daughter when she got it done, and the same thing with my son because both of them had it. And it changed breastfeeding for me. So I would have probably quit at about 4 months, because I mean, my breasts were destroyed, my nipples, I was not sleeping. It was pretty painful. So we went ahead and did it, and it was game changing. She ended up breastfeeding till she was 22 months. And I was like 6 months pregnant with my son. And my son had a really, really, just kind of like Maxwell had a tongue tie, right?
It was severe. He was 5 days old when we went in and did a revision, and it helped tremendously. So that's all.
Yeah.
That's all I
Again,
can say. It
personal choice.
Yeah.
It's not an easy choice because it is painful, and you have to do these exercises. The exercises were actually the painful. For like 3 or 4 weeks post revisions, you had my husband. He would have to massage the revisions, and it was. Did you have to do that, Em?
Do the exercises?
Yeah, the stretches.
Yeah, I mean, we did a little bit of that, but I honestly forgot. Like, I didn't take it that seriously. For whatever reason, I wasn't so on top of that, and it was fine. It never grew back. But we absolutely had to do it because he could not move his tongue. He had such a strong will that he was just sucking so hard. He was still able to get milk those first 5 days, but he was working hard for it, and it started to hurt. It wasn't too bad, but we went in when he was just 5 days.
Yeah.
And they did it. And yes, it's not fun to watch, but you immediately put them on your boob. They get over it super fast. And then there are great exercises that you can do to kind of keep it from growing back together. And it helped us, but it's definitely worth talking to a few people, your pediatrician, and, some other people that might have experienced it too.
All right, guys, that is all the time we're going to do. We're going to try to do them more often. So come with your questions. It can be about anything. Like, really. Like,
yeah, real quick, last question, because this question was fun. What is your favorite, favorite breakfast drink to get you ready for the day? Satya, go.
I mean, it used to be this thing called Dalgona, which is like some sort of coffee frappuccino thing that my husband was making, and it was amazing. But I have autoimmune challenges, so I am off of coffee and dairy-ish. So right now, I'm actually drinking these teas. They also have sugar, but they're honest teas. And so it's just like a little bit of a caffeine for me. But I never needed caffeine until like, I don't know, like 6 months ago. And now I'm like, I think I need a little caffeine to get going. So
much energy though.
I
love my cardamom Earl Grey.
Ooh,
cardamom. I do coffee later, but I love cardamom. It's so good for you, and it tastes so good. Yeah, so good. So that's in my tea. Okay. Actually, it's really great to start the day with lukewarm water.
Yes.
Like I chug that down first to get everything ready and to kind of flush the system, and then I drink other things and eat things. So that's important.
Totally. Actually,
Highly recommend it.
I was about to say it changed my bowel movements. Like I
Yeah.
literally found that like when I was drinking lukewarm water in the morning, that all of a sudden I was pooping just more easily and
Yeah.
more often. It was pretty good. We
Yeah.
can have lots of
Drink
conversations
that
about poop.
water for your pooping business. It's gonna help. Okay.
Totally. All right.
So good to be with you guys here this morning. And we'll see you
Yeah.
soon.
Thank you everyone for coming by. We love you and we'll talk soon. Bye, Em. I love you. I'll
Bye,
talk to you
love. Bye.
really soon. Bye.
Bye.